I owe you guys an explanation as to why I haven't uploaded part 4 in so long. The reason being one thing: college. When I started that, I decided to take a break from this to focus on that instead. This video will be posted whenever I have enough time to work on it and it's finished. Since it has been so long, I thought I'd give you guys a quick refresher to remind you about this movie. This is so bad. Anyway, back to the review. Help me, please. I don't want to do this. I don't want to review this movie. I just don't. It's just so bad. I just don't want to do it. Fine. So after taking about 15 minutes to answer a bunch of stupid questions,
if you could choose between a truck, a sedan, or a sports car, which car would you choose and why?
they hear a noise and get up to go see what it is. Oh, it's the murderer? Really? Well, that kind of came out of nowhere a little bit, don't you think? So let me get this straight, and I'm gonna read this off the script because there's no way I'm gonna be able to repeat this while staring at the camera the entire time. Leatherjacket had a dream where Bluecoat had a vision that the serial killer was in the building, and that turned out to be true, which proves that Leatherjacket is the one that can see future events in his head like Bluecoat could in the dream. Holy shit, that's convoluted and overly complicated. And I don't even know if that parallel's purposeful or not. Does that make sense? I'm probably reading too much into a movie with something like this in it. God, the only thing that could make this even more confusing was if it turned out that the ghost actually... What the fuck? Just what the fuck? Is this movie trying to give me permanent brain damage? Because it's succeeding. Ooh, that actually looks kind of real and like it may have actually hurt a little bit.
It knocked him out!
The chair knocked him out?
No, the air knocked him out. The chair hitting him in the face had nothing to do with him being incapacitated. Are you a fucking idiot?
The chair, it just lifted itself up and pushed him against the wall.
I'm in the corporate building. I'm in the room right before the meeting room.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, the chair just levitated off the ground and hit him in the face. I don't know how that happened. Hello? Mom, are you still there? There goes that ominous violin music again, making this movie that much more scary. I'm sorry, I can't take this movie seriously.
Chair moved just like the ones in my dream.
Acknowledging it doesn't make it any less confusing. Or stupid.
Sarah, I'm over here.
The ghost talks.
You can't see me, but the two of you can hear me.
Yep, the ghost talks. And apparently these two bozos are the only two people that can actually hear him talk.
How can you move objects?
I'm having a difficult time moving that chair.
No, really, I haven't noticed with all the nothing happening in this scene. He can move a ruler though. Yay! Yay! Woohoo! Hooray! So much entertainment now! Yay! Woo!
I recognized myself on the ground, and I remembered being stabbed.
Huh? Is the ghost actually Union Jack Belt Dude? Time for a quick recap. In case this is the first review you're seeing, I called this guy Union Jack in the last episode due to the fact that he was wearing a Union Jack belt, and they didn't give him a name until after he died. Anyway, continuing with the review. So the ruler gets too heavy for Union Jack and falls back onto the table.
It's passing through my fingers.
Bluecoat calls out for him, and he doesn't respond.
Craig?
Wait, did she just call Union Jack Craig?
Craig?
I could have sworn his actual name was Ed.
Ed.
Or is the person the murderer literally just killed the person who's speaking to them? Because that would be stupid. He said he was walking around trying to talk to people and they were the only two people he could understand. And he would only be able to do that if he wasn't murdered like 5 minutes ago. Recent murderee wouldn't have had the time to do that. This movie can't even keep names straight? Really? That's just ridiculous. So after security arrests the murderer, we see what looks like someone standing against a wall, but the sign indicates it's supposed to be an observation room? Wait, I recognize that shaking hand. Is that Parkinson's dude from the beginning of the movie? Well, he's an FBI agent, I guess. So Parkinson's guy expositions the shit out of the murderer.
Eric Nelson was trying to get into a research laboratory, and when the employee wouldn't open up the lab for him, Eric Nelson began to strike him. Eric Nelson lives in a town nearby. He worked for the Corollas Corporation until last year. He says that he'd been hired to obtain some confidential research data from the Corollas Corporation.
Because we totally need his entire life story. It's important. Next, we see Bluecoat working with a patient while standing next to the doctor from the beginning of the movie before she goes home to work on the computer. I guess it does work after all. We then see Leather Jacket recounting some more of the information about the murderer while talking with somebody on the phone. It's not important. Let's switch to the next scene. Leather Jacket's now sitting at a computer that isn't even turned on when a coat falls off a hanger behind him. He walks over, picks up the jacket, calls out the ghost's name, and that's the last we see of Leather Jacket. Was that supposed to be some sort of ambiguous ending or something? This movie doesn't deserve any type of ambiguous ending, especially with a cut like that. In my head, the ghost violently kills him right after the scene ends, because at least in that way, something interesting would have happened. In the next scene, two people converse in a completely natural and unforced way.
My husband spotted a coyote near that tree.
Then, after they look inside, one of the ladies picks up a picture to look at that was, for some reason, facing the wall? I'm guessing it's because there were just frames and they had to actually insert this shot later. By the way, that's Craig.
It's Craig.
The one that died. I'm too lazy to go back and see if it's Union Jack, so I'll just put up a comparison right here, and I'll act like I know what I'm talking about. Yes. Very interesting. Just as I suspected. I knew that it was that person that definitely was that person that was actually what that was. Anyway, she puts the picture down again facing the wall for some reason, and they walk towards the camera. This looks kind of like a final shot. Please be the last shot, 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 please be the last shot. Yes! 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 Oh my god, this movie's over, which means I never have to actually think about it again. Oh my god, I never have to think about this movie again. I'm so ecstatic. Holy shit! So we're done, and now that we are done, I'd like to give my overall thoughts about the movie. It was bad. It was really, really bad. Honestly, it was one of the most painful movies I've ever had the displeasure of sitting through in my entire life. The acting was unbelievably fake and wooden. It wasn't even wooden, it was cardboard, just like the sets. The cinematography was horrible and made the movie look and feel ugh. The sound sucked, and the soundtrack sounded like the animation looked, and both felt like they were made by an 8-year-old. But the worst part, the part that made this movie almost unbearable to sit through, was the editing. The beginning and end of almost every shot in this movie should have been cut shorter by about 5 seconds, and the movie drags so much because of it. Here's an example. Come on. Come on. Okay. What? Come on, really? Finally, god damn. See, that's like 75% of the movie right there. You can find it on YouTube, and I do recommend watching it, if only to see how far you can make it without having to turn it off. I only made it about 16 minutes and 24 seconds into the movie before I had to turn it off the first time I watched it, but that's because I was also writing my script, which extended that time to about 3 hours total. And that was horrible. You know, I do kind of feel sorry for the director of this movie. In the interview, he did seem like a pretty nice guy and did seem really happy that people seemed to be interested in the movie he made. 95% of the film's budget was spent on the soundtrack and the animation, and I have a hefty feeling he got ripped off and just didn't know about it. I do get why some people might be pretty annoyed though. It's pretty clear he had no idea what he was doing, and there were other people, other YouTubers that could make a much better movie with less than 1/10 of the budget. I don't know. But at least these videos are pretty fun to make, and I do plan on making more. And while I do have some ideas, I am open to suggestions, so if you have an idea about a movie that I could review, leave it in the comments. Anyway, thanks for watching. I don't know exactly when I'll be able to make another one based on finals, but I will. Eventually. Soon, I guess. Hey guys, post-editing Nathan here, just to give you a little update on why this took so long to put out. So college did start recently, and I put all of my effort into that. Same with what I said in the beginning. I took time to finish it when I had time and when I was in the mood to edit, because I don't really want to edit when I'm not in the mood to edit, because it won't turn out well. It'll just turn out me wanting to get it finished. So I kept waiting until I was in the mood to edit. I was never in the mood to edit, and it just took a while. I think that's because this review was in 4 parts, and I was starting to get tired of the movie and what it was just in general. So next time I'm going to make sure to do only 1 or 2 parts per movie and just make them longer and just do it in like more longer period editing sessions. Anyway, yet again, sorry this took so long to put out. I don't really know when the next review is going to come out. I don't want to say for sure when the next review is going to come out, because if something comes up, I don't want to not put something out when I said I was going to put something out, because I would just kind of feel bad for doing that. I already feel really bad not putting this out like months ago, and it's been months since the last reviews came out. So yet again, I really do apologize for this taking so long. Hopefully the next review will come out sometime soon-ish, but I don't really want to promise anything. So yeah. Anyway, thanks for watching this video all the way to the end, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.